pretty much clear in a year and a half. We had at least 3 clear days and nights. But so here's Sunday, and you know they're going to bring us right on back to Earth, okay? And that is a very mild expression of how it's been today. The previous tape has it, and the time lapse. I mean, even right here, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's being made 7, and that's just now. It's really tapered off a lot. So there's a big storm, or huge storm-like clouds coming that were fed into last night over Texas with mega slime generation. So, and customarily they come into that stuff in front of it. So, and plenty of it. I mean, this is just, as I said, the main show is on the previous tape. Later, here I have one that's finally a dissipating contrail right next to, oh yeah, rather less than dissipating. They're definitely side by side at the exact same altitude. Let's look at this bad boy. Yeah, generic white. You never figure out who that guy is by looking. Let's study it. Yeah. That's your conductive, magnetic, probably particles. Good grief. Delta. I don't see anything, man. We're unfamiliar with the phenomenon. Yeah. See, I think both engines disperse it because it's so amazingly dense, and I can't see any differentiation between the two as it emerges. So we'll give it a second. Do its thing. Help you see how long it is. The higher contrast. Right, that's water vapor, huh? No doubt about it. Well, I want to study that, but they're coming in force. Now there's follows one. Now this guy has a long trail. That's probably charged. Here comes 2 more in formation right there. A long one, right, and guy right next to him where it's like kind of dissipating. But once again, I want to show you this one. This is the weird stuff. Right? So they never go apart. Never go over or under each other, which of course is what the wind do. They only are attracted. Look how strong the attraction is there. Just so bent the line. And then they hit, collide, then they break the line. And that's something. They're really just kind of flowing together on this one. That's a little odd. But it won't last. See? Line broke. Look at it. You can already see it. And then they explode away from each other at a rate of hundreds of feet per second initially. And that, my friends, is conductive or magnetic particle that are attracted to each other from a mighty 4 inch. There's a lot of it. Yeah. Just imagine what it would be like to be behind it. Imagine what it would be like to be behind it. Okay, now see, this shows the pattern, because now, once they do all their junk, and it's like on and on, we had huge volumes, then they come with this stuff, which is obviously a completely different appearance, and that lets them to guide the wind speed by electromagnetic propagation. See, they've all got it. Maybe this one's got it. This one follows. So like 3 magnetic particle ones in a row. And then this guy's got another partner right there, right below him, see? Again, and I'll repeat it again and again. When they're not doing this sort of thing, there's hardly any jets at all. It's like 1 every 15 minutes. But when they're doing it, like today, there's so many you can't even keep up with them, man. It's hopeless. There have been probably about 200 jets so far. Now this guy had a dual compound release. Because he's back here, we trace him back. What's he got? There it is, the cloud making material. Right there. They're followed by yet another one. See it right there? That goes the whole way. But here's a guy at the altitude. Tell by the magnification ratio, it's McDonnell Douglas, smaller jet. That's dissipating. It's also favoritive. This stuff coming in over here, that's jet Cirrus for sure, and there's more of it, that wide brand, that's what we'll see on IntelliCast coming in. Again, to show you that, see, this is the pattern. Once they do the heavy cloud making stuff, and they come with the electromagnetic, wind cloud direction control material. See, what's it going to do? It's going to collide. See how it's getting thinner as it races to itself, and then as it gets thinner, because there's more traction along that which remains, it gets thicker along those lines. Now it's broken apart at hundreds of feet per second. Look at that! Isn't that amazing? Look at that. You can actually see it's like tubular. It becomes tubular. This companion seems to kind of alternate. There's a little bit of cloud making material in that one. And then right next to it, right next to those two is beautiful. Two different kinds, right? How can they both be water vapor, right? You didn't see that one colliding, the one in the center, do you? No, of course not, because they're different material. And over there, there's their friend dissipating. That's pretty good. You know that can't possibly be water vapor now. They can't both be. Yeah, look how that one's blooming pretty good, and we trace it back. Yeah, it's definitely, so yeah, so that's a big one. And then this guy coming up, what's he doing? Well, he's changing course, and he's doing it. Can't tell her that one. To tell me that sort of, look at it, it's huge. That sort of thing is invisible from space, right? Then I'm going to tell you, your car and your house aren't visible on Google Earth. You're just hallucinating it. Why aren't these visible from satellite views, weather satellite views here? That's right, because they're sanitized. That's right. That's how they do it. It's easy. All you need is a tap on them. What do you think the Air Force has? Nothing? You think they're sitting on their thumbs without, the taps they love so well? Digital transmission on it? So of course they do. That's why this stuff never shows up around. 344, obviously more coming. Those are still up there. Another one's coming right there. It's not trailing as long.
I guess every once in a while there has to be a legit.
Yeah, quasi. That's legit there. But that guy over there, you can see from here how the lines are starting to connect. See him? Over here to your left, again to the north.
No, I'm just watching that. See like a hawk or something. Look right at that.
Oh yeah, that's like an osprey or something maybe.
He's just riding there.
Yeah, he scares my cockatiels pretty good. But yeah, now they seem to be pouring this guy on. So I guess they just start him off, and I think they can regulate the amount that comes out. So sometimes it's just not too much, and then they just pump the crap out of it, this stuff. Yeah, that guy's colliding. And then here, two completely different types of emissions. That doesn't make any sense, does it? They can't both be water vapor. It's a crow, gonna make a happy little home. But for how long, 47, they're still coming out. Definitely. Magnetic particles. For steers, there's some cloud making, so it's actually a dual compound. See this stuff coming off the top? See how it reaches aggressively up, outward, to draw water moisture, and then below it, see there's your magnetic particles. So they have ability to do two compounds at the same time. And then of course it turn on like right there. So, hey, united. I love this dual compound release. That really is blatant. But then we have right below it another one. So the show's not over by any means. Southwest with this nice long tail. It's around front. See that one which got turned on right there? Look at somebody just crossed his path. There's been tons of crisscrossing today. An old one. And there's another one that got turned on right in there. It doesn't go any further than that. And what's it doing? That's making cloud. That's cloud making material. So, magnetic particles and dissipating. or normal, still blooming. There's one right there, right next to it, doing it the different type. There's connecting magnetic particles. What's next to him? A partner. That one's dissipating. Isn't that great? I love it when that happens. He's precisely right there with them. They'll love each other. And they're followed by another one. Oh, right there. See him? And his goes the whole way. That's colliding particles. Bam. There he is. So you check the magnification ratio. Size. Where's the other one? Size. Exactly the same. What's that guy doing? Well, you can see very clearly what that's up to. So, right, some, the impossible inconsistencies of this crap. I'm gonna love that. Okay, though. Oh, I'm not familiar with that phenomenon. He's like right next to it. If he could open his cockpit window, he could hit it with a goddamn slingshot. No problem. It's right there. And then his partner, that goes the whole way, right? Just like the one next to him on the other side. We're not familiar with this phenomenon. Worth it. It's another 4-engine jet. You never see this many 4-engine jets. And what's it doing? Oh yeah. You know what it's doing. Magnetic particles. And it's actually doing dual compound. See it? There's your heavy duty I mean, God, it's like late. It's so intense. And yet there's other stuff, see it? Spreading above it. Yeah, that's their hygroscopic material. So clearly the 4 engines can do both. And I've seen that before too, but bam. There's your collision on the line. Oops. That guy's distance, I wasn't going to be able to ID him, so we'll just watch it to show you the total consistency of this phenomenon. Bam, they're snapping away at hundreds of feet per second. Remember how big the jet is? Yeah, it's hundreds of feet long. That thing split, to twice its length in a second. Turned around, I'm gonna go get a better view, but this guy's going by. I want to see if he can make out who it is. No, I don't think so. Yeah, who knows where these guys are going? So they're lost again. They're flying west and too low, way too low. That's hygroscopic material. Could the materials be messing them up? Well, they do fall. Could there be some electromagnetic energy that's messing up their magnetic sense of direction? It's possible, isn't it? That's why that stuff's going up. Compound release, folks. Dual compound, right? Okay, right? Those come out of 4 jets right there. And so did engines, and so did that. They can't both be water vapor. Right? How come this stuff on the top's not behaving like the stuff on the bottom? You got a reason for that? Gonna make one up real fast? Good luck. Neat, huh? Look at that. It's attractive, see? So it attracted to itself and formed a circle. It's beautiful. That is so whacked out, man. See that? Again, dual compound release. That's pretty heavy duty cloud making material, isn't it? I've seen that. Like the main stuff grows into a ribbon of what? Of that. Just like that. Right? And that one's dissipating. Right, so as sun sets, we see chemtrails, cloud producing material, tons of it, spreading beautifully. There's that dual compound one that went. Okay, so only the cloud making material is pretty much left now, even though the magnetic particles, if it's dense enough, I think can do a little bit of it, but generally not. There's your cloud making stuff from the dual compound release. Other tons of the crud at Jet Cirrus. 12 minutes since that thing went by. It's obviously growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing, but I want to see through this. There's just cut off right there. The magnetic particles probably continue, but it's like, yeah, how can it be so dense? How can it be so much humidity up there, which of course it isn't, that this can transpire and blossom hugely as if it's pulling out moisture by crystal, a natural process of being seed crystals from the jet engine water vapor, which then serve as a catalyst or precipitative agent, forcing more, water vapor out of precipitation, out of humidity, to crystallize as ice crystals, which is what NASA and Air Force say it is. Right? That much of it, and then it gets huge amounts, and then it's like, bam, it ends right there. Okay, even babies know that can't be right. there is graduality to nature. And secondly, you can see that the jet Cirrus around it's all around it. Why didn't it go further? If there's enough to support jet Cirrus all around it and further on, it would never have cut off there naturally. That's fine. How dense is it? Well, when you get the contrast better, this shows you how dense it is. It's all jet Cirrus up there. Persistent contour chemtrails that have expanded into this. There's another one. Man, it's really been a big day today. Real big. Over here, there's another one. Go on a strange flight line for sure. Yeah, damn straight. And again, you see that looks like it's all hygroscopic material. There's no, pair below. Yeah, but it's acting just like what we saw in the dual compound release with the top material when the 4-engine produced both kinds, and others that we've seen today. See, it's growing exactly the same way, but there is no secondary line. This guy's changing his flight path too. The passengers had a vote. This stuff. Now suddenly it's like everyone's fleeing the zombie apocalypse. That's what I think. They actually have the zombie, and they come out of the sewers, and people in those neighborhoods or the town, they just flee. They get to the airport and say, "Get me out of here right now. Go down. I don't care. No luggage. Nobody has luggage. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here." And that's why they fly side by side a lot of times. Like, here comes another one right there. Because they've got to get out of here, out of the zombie apocalypse. I love that one. It's like, oh, it's natural. It's real natural. Well, look at that, man. That's huge. It might even be a better compound. This is 4-engine, and we don't know who's running that one. Maybe they have a little different refilling center where they get the really good stuff. Yeah. Wonder how my buddies feel about that. But they wouldn't like it once they find out for real what's going on. That those haughty Air Force people, I don't think the Marines like Air Force much anymore, especially after that F-35 situation. I just turned around, walked in the house, right, and look, there's another one, man. Right here. Very nice. That's a pretty big flock, man. There's zillions of them. At least they're flying the right direction. Oh, wow. That's one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. Wow. That's phenomenal. Oh, well, I hope they make it. Wow. Interesting, they broke into 2 Vs, 3 Vs, 3 Ds. That'll cheer you up a little bit, the viewer. Good job, kids. Well, off they go. We look up, and that huge one from the 4-engine, so you can barely see it. As soon as the sunlight's off it, you can barely see this stuff. Another indication of, again, dense, but very thin.